Hey guys, it's Justin with Shock Therapy. Today we're going to give you a tour of the shop. At the front we've got Gina. You guys, when you give a call, she answers the phone and she kind of runs this tight ship, so get an idea of who you're talking to. Over in this end is my office, which doesn't get used very much. We're usually out and about doing some testing, so about the only important thing in here is a score rule book, because you got to read between the lines on those. Over here is Ernie's office. If you're not talking with Gina, you're probably talking with Ernie, or he's on the phone trying to take care of everybody. And out this way, we'll show you the shop. All right guys, so here we are out in the shop. We'll walk over this direction first, which is our shipping area. So in this corner of the shop, we take care of all of your parts, box everything up and send it out. We also receive all of your parts, shocks and other things. And the person in charge of that is Lauren over here. Lauren's in charge of the shipping area. She takes care of everything for us. As you can see, she's working on a couple of the shipments for the day. Lined up on this table, front sway bar kits, rear frame supports, crossover rings. These are all going to different areas, states. This one, for instance, going to Georgia. This one right here, going to Australia. So we kind of move all over the country and all over the world with our components. Working behind you, as you can see on some of the pallets, we've got stacks of shocks coming in, specifically made for what we've tuned cars to be. For instance, that particular stack is a set of Foxes 2.5-inch diameter for generals. This car right here is here for drop-off and for some of our components. We take a look at that. It's got spring kits, internal shock work. This car next in line is XP1000, same thing, full stage 3 kit, both internal work, spring kit, and sway bars. This Maverick Max right next to it is here just for all the same work as the others, which is internal shock work and also spring kits. Car on the end here is a race team tune for us that we'll be working with a little bit later on today and for the next couple of days with Mark Queen Racing. And he races Best in the Desert, as well as some work series and AZOP. The back corner of the shop is basically our fabrication area. In this corner we develop our components. We R&D new parts on cars. So if we're making frame supports for an XP1000, we'll use this area to hand fabricate, design, test, bolt on, and do all of our instructions in this spot. But as you walk around, you can see between workbenches, components, hardware, we've got rod ends, bracketry, anything that we need to create components is in this one spot. Full fixture tables, TIG machines, MIG machines, obviously band saws, tubing notchers, mills, lathes, the typical equipment that you need to make anything from a small bracket to a complete chassis, all of which we've done in the past and do from time to time. Our flat plate. This is extremely accurate, and we use this with combining some of our CAD programming to design front clips, arms, spindles for multiple companies, not just ourselves, and maybe some race car builds as well. On to the next. This is one of our shop cars, Shock Therapy's XP Turbo. We run this in AZOP. We run this, we pre-run all score events in Baja. We use it as a test bed for a lot of our components and shock and spring kits. The car next to it is our XP1000 4-seater. We use it for the same thing, all testing, customer rides, drives. Currently, we just finished testing all of our external bypass kit for the back of this, which will be available soon. Behind us, we've got the shop area where all the real work gets done. When we get a car dropped off or when we get shocks mailed in, your shocks, your car, your parts are coming into this spot where the shocks are completely disassembled, springs removed, new spring kits installed, and all the valving, rebuilds, and other technical shock items are getting done in this area. So over this direction, we've got Bill's spot, and each one of these guys, say hi, Bill. Hi, Bill. So each guy, each one of our guys has their own spot with their own tools and their own valving selection. So the box on the bench over there has got over 5,000 valve shims in it, and those are pretty much how we make shocks do what we want to do. And it's important to have everything that you need, every single size made, and even things that aren't made to try and get certain packages to do exactly what you want. Next station behind you is Tony's station. Say hi, Tony. And he's got a Fox shock torn apart already, completely opened up, and valve shims going on right now with the shaft and piston and a little bit of drilling. And sometimes in the middle of this process, we'll take pistons and switch them out with completely different sets of different flow rates. We might even take your exact piston and throw it in the mill or throw it in the lathe and change flow rates ourselves with some machine work, which is pretty much standard for most of our shock kits. Behind you is a third space, and this space is Mitch's space. So say hi, Mitch.
What's up, guys?
He is working his way into crossover ring installation, and that is going to help our spring kit become more progressive through dual rate function. And so right now he's setting preloads, he's setting crossover heights, which the next stage after this would be coil spring installation, and the shocks are tested and mailed off if they came in the mail, or installed on the car if the car came in. Just like this car right here, if it's a drop off, then we're going to install the shocks after all this work is done. We're going to set all the ride heights. We're going to set all those preloads and basic shock adjustments from scratch, and then have our customers come and pick them up from here. Or those shocks will head over to the shipping area where we were before, and Lauren will take those and she'll throw them in a box and send them off with a whole bunch of other goodies like koozies and keychains and things like that. Right now we keep most of the smaller items upstairs, so we're going to head there right now. All right, so here we have a portion of our inventory room. We keep all of the components that we use on a daily basis up here, although we've got storage outside and shelving outside because we stock over 10,000 coil springs on pallets and in individual wrapping outside. We try to keep inside the springs that we use every single day and ship certainly on a weekly basis. We've got multiple spring rates. We've got other sticker components. We've got spring sliders in every shape and size known to man pretty much. And all of our rebuild kits and shaft kits, replacement parts for broken components. We've got everything here so that we can ship same day. Our goal is to never ever have someone wait any longer than possible. We don't advertise anything on our site unless it's in stock. We never take a pre-order. We only take an order and ship. All right, guys, well, that's pretty much the shop tour for today. You've seen exactly how we bring your parts in, take care of the kits that we install, and mail them back out. We hope that we're going to be able to see your parts, your personal parts here pretty soon, become a customer of ours and welcome you into the Shock Therapy family, because we want to make sure that everyone's car rides exactly the way that they want it to and allows them to be faster if they're racing, smoother amongst their friends, and safer in the long run. So hopefully you enjoyed the tour, and I'd like to see you come out here at some point in time, and thanks for visiting.